Whiskey and whatever.
You know, there's a whole, you gotta go, I think you gotta go, especially if you're building something. If you're building a product, you know, and nobody's buying it, you know, let's say it's somewhere, it's like, let's just say that you and I are making a beer, and the beer is suddenly selling in Peoria, Illinois. We gotta get our asses on a plane to go to Peoria.
And figure it out.
Why the hell are you drinking our beer?
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of the world's not drinking our beer, but in Peoria,
They love it.
you schmucks are drinking it, I gotta talk to you.
What's
Do you know
going
what
on
I
in
mean?
Peoria?
What's happened in Peoria?
Hello, Peoria.
I don't know if people look at, like, you know, you can do it now with the analytics so easily, like, oh, you know, I'm only getting use in California, and only among these people, you know, when they go there and find out why. I don't think a lot of entrepreneurs are actually tapping into the user base and finding out what's going on. Did you see that Instagram is being used by drug dealers now?
There's no shame in these drug dealers' game. They use their pictures to advertise their products, showing their faces, and even telling you where you can pick up the illegal substances.
You know what, you don't just go to Peoria to find out why people are buying our beer. You go talk to the criminals, you know, and find out how the hell they're doing shit, how they're getting around everything.
You don't have to go to Peoria to do that.
No, you don't, but I'm saying, you know, you get there with them, you get with that group and say, oh, here's how you beat the system. Here's how you steal cable. You know?
Kids,
Yeah.
Kids and criminals.
Exactly. You get there,
Which are a lot of times
they're
the
like,
same.
oh, that's why you're using Snapchat. That's why you're using WhatsApp. This is what's going on. Like, oh.
All right, so that brings up a slightly different twist. If you're the an executive at Snapchat
What
or
is this?
Instagram,
What are we
or
drinking?
whatever, whiskey.
I know it's whiskey. What kind of whiskey is this?
This
It's not
is
Canadian whiskey.
no,
Not Scotch whiskey.
This is a infused Woodford Reserve.
This is really sweet.
Yeah, it's infused with apple and probably some cinnamon.
JC always has the
A
hookup.
friend of mine makes this, and he does a really good job with it. If
Whiskey.
you're an executive at Snapchat or Instagram or Facebook or whatever, right?
Well,
When you go
you're
somewhere-
you're already reaching. You're reaching really far. I'm an executive.
Exactly. So you go somewhere and you talk to the criminals and you understand how they're using your system to conduct criminal activity. Do you then have some type of legal liability or culpability as an accessory to that crime because you know how they're using it, but you're not doing anything to prevent that use?
Well, it depends on what the crime is, I guess. You know, I mean,
Sex trafficking.
Oh yeah, I mean, you got to shut that down. I mean, you can't.
How do you shut it down without screwing up the way the app is intended to be used for the people who are using it legitimately?
I wouldn't be afraid of going to those guys and having that conversation for a number of reasons. One, I want to shut down. I want
Everyone's
to
going to who?
the criminals. You know, saying if I went to the criminals and I find out they're sex trafficked using my product, let's just say it's Instagram. Let's say, you know, and I find out that they're using Instagram to sex traffic. You know, I wouldn't want that going on at all. So you shut that down. And, you know, I would have to, you know, the responsibility has to be on you to find a market. You know what I mean?
So the easy thing is to block the users, right?
Yeah,
Block
but
that
you're
activity.
saying you might block the users then kill your own product. That's what you're saying.
No,
right?
what I'm saying is there's a difference between blocking the user and blocking the activity. Because a comment on a photo is the activity, but the person leaving that comment might have some nefarious reason to do so. Right? So you can block the user without blocking the activity.
Mhm.
So if you block the user, they're going to create another account and pop up and do it again. Right?
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
like playing whack-a-mole.
But I would not want to just show an attempt. I would actually want to get it resolved. Like, we got to get these idiots off our system.
Like you're Kevin Rose and you find out that there's a bunch of criminals using Tiny to do weird things, right? Stuff that's illegal.
I'd be like, awesome, let's find out what the hell they're using it to do. You
Right,
know,
but then,
let's get our ass over there.
are you then partially liable for that conduct? That was my question.
No, you know, it's for the courts to
So,
decide. I was only alleged.
Whatever.